Hello and happy magical Monday to all of my beautiful soul family. It is yet another week, and um, tonight I wanted to just get right into it because I've been receiving a lot of messages over the weekend with the 9/9 portal, with the full moon, with the Mercury going retrograde. We're on sort of an energy release right now, kind of like a full moon hangover that we're releasing from. And so I just really wanted to come on tonight with this message about realigning with your soul goals. And that's the message that kept coming through. The word is you could have financial goals, you can have emotional goals, but there's spiritual goals and then there's soul goals. And so I really just feel like it's really important to recognize what your soul came here to do. When I was in Egypt recently, and oh, hello, Hatem. There's Hatem, my favorite tour guide, is watching from Egypt right now. Oh my goodness, how beautiful. Hello, dear friend. And so if anybody wants to be on that trip, we are running a trip in December right over the winter solstice. It is going to be unbelievable, and we do have room for a few more people. So if this is something that you're looking for, now would be the time to private message me. I've got all kinds of information. We'll hop on a call. But back to soul goals. The idea of a soul goal is your purpose came in with you. You have something that you're going to remember at some point when you're aligning. And this Mercury retrograde is all about realigning to that energy. And you may be feeling it in the astrology. Yes, you might have an energy hangover after this full moon. Yes, it might look like some of the things are being torn down in your structure. So if you're feeling like something's being taken away from you in a structure, it's actually because you're needing to have a clean slate. You're needing to have a clean perspective. You're looking to basically right now things are being removed. Mercury retrograde is going to always have those words: removed, renewed. Sometimes people pop into your life that you think you're finished with. Maybe there's some unfinished business. Be careful. I always tell people, don't get back together with your ex until at least 2 months after Mercury retrograde. You can start talking to them, but you might want to take it really slow and see if there's just something you need to clean up. So if an old boss or an old boyfriend or an old girlfriend or someone comes back, see what unfinished business you might need to do with that. But right now it's more about aligning to that deep position on what is it you're really here to do. And if there is a commitment, and it might be something that is going to take you 2 years from now, 5 years from now, 20 years from now to get to, it is about making that deep commitment and recognizing what that deep commitment is and how you're going to get there step by step. And maybe there's 100 steps to get there. Just one will do right now. And that step is the one where you cross a line of indecision, where that step is the one where you actually choose for you. There's a saying in my world, which is stepping over the broom is like making a commitment. When you lay down a broom, you're on one side of that broom. That's who your identity is right now. But once you step over that broom, once you make the full commitment to be on the other side, that identity shifts, that identity changes, and you're no longer that old version of you. It's a commitment. And once you make a choice, once you make a decision, you don't go back. You're just already in the energy of, I'm the one who is in process. I am the one who's made this decision, this commitment, this choice. So once you've made the choice, the magic starts happening for you. Once you make the choice, everything starts falling into place. It's in that indecision. It's in that place of unworthiness, or in that place of, I'm not good enough. So that's where we get all stuck. So I want you to today, right now, right here, while listening to this, make a commitment that you are worthy for your soul level dreams and desires and goals. Remember that if you have that process inside of you, if you have that feeling inside of you, it's actually a version of you that already knows it's possible, or you wouldn't have that soul level desire. So get out of your own way. There's a lot of need right now. This next 3-4 weeks is about getting out of your own way. What is your resistance? Where do you think you're not worthy? Where do you think you're not in alignment? And then get aligned. The alignment is really important. So imagining yourself as like a column of light, imagining yourself deepening your practice, imagine yourself really getting clear on the version of you that's already in alignment. And that actually starts placing you into that alignment. It's really, a lot of times, it's just a recalibration. It's already there. You just have to like claim it. So it's that season. We are at the beginning of September right now. Some of us are already feeling the vibes in the air. This is going to be one of the most potent falls you're ever going to see. So it's starting the witchy season, but I can already feel the winter solstice in the air too. So whatever it is you need to align, whatever it is that you need to get really committed, there's a lot going on behind the scenes here. We're in some big under the cover work that I'm really excited about. It is soul level work that I'm going to be bringing through to you. We've realized that it is no longer time to play small. In that, I just want you to, I'm so glad you're speaking. This is helping you. It is a powerful fall winter season. So you're in alignment. Maybe we should have tea. So get really clear on your intentions. It's one of the reasons why I'm going to be doing these little practical magic. I'm going to do a practical magic series in October. It's been a while since I've done them. I've made it so unbelievably affordable, like $44 a class. I'm doing 3 of them. I think 3 of them. So we're going to have that in the month of October. There's some other things under the pot cooking for witchy season. Of course, there's the big trip to Egypt. Of course, there's the witchy weekend. So if you are interested in our 4-day, we have a 2-day version and a 4-day version of our witchy weekend over actual Halloween weekend, as well as I'll be playing the fairy queen and doing the ritual at the witches ball the weekend before that at Spooky Empire. So lots of stuff coming up. Definitely stay tuned. If you want to be on my mailing list, make sure you're on the mailing list, and I'll let you know as soon as things are coming out, because there's a new coaching program and there's these practical magic series, and I've got about 6 boxes left for the fall Halloween witchy boxes. So there's a lot of momentum going on. And there's another thing about fall. This whole fall is going to ask you to be in review, but also be relaxed. Any of those are words. So be relaxed, be resting, be in the energy of it's all divine, and that includes divine timing. So if there's anything you are being called to do right now that is showing up 1, 2, 3 times, follow the signs, follow the feathers, follow the messages, follow the synchronicities, because it's happening. It is on. We are deep in the ascension process right now. The worlds are splitting. You're going to see more chaos in the world. You're going to see more nuttiness going on. You're going to see friends and family that are not awakened going through it. Just remember, if you're already have had a spiritual awakening, but the people around you haven't, give them a little bit of grace, because it is going to be that season for them. There's going to be a huge spiritual awakening happening, literally starting right now, all the way till the end of January, where the masses are waking up from their slumber. So if you've already had a little bit of an awakening, this gets to be an opportunity for you to lead. This gets to be an opportunity for you to have patience, but it's also an opportunity for you to rise up. You don't have to go through the gunk with everybody. You can just kind of hold space and elevate yourself. So don't feel guilty if everything's going right in your world and everything's going to pot in somebody else's world. You want to hold what is possible. And if it is kind of discombobulated, or things are kind of falling apart in your world, but it still feels good, it's really asking you to let go of the old paradigm. It's really asking you to lean in to that next level upgrade. It's asking you to show up for yourself in a way that you never have. It's a big thought time right now. We've got action coming in October, but September is going to be review, renew, reboot, realign. Get yourself some clarity. I actually pulled 3 cards earlier today. One was clarity, one was awareness, and one was courage. And they just led together. Get that clarity, get that awareness, and then hold the space with courage. So that's a vibration. Courage is a virtue. So there's going to be a need for it here in the coming months. It's not because the world's going to be destroyed. It's going to be because your perception of the world is going to shift and change, and you have to be courageous as you go through your upgrade. It's really, when you're getting into soul goals and soul alignment, it's really about being so clear on your relationship with what you desire, and releasing your relationship with the old identity, what people told you you were, what your meaning-making mind decided you were, that is no longer in alignment. And I've been seeing this for the last 10 years, but it has never been more present than right now. This mass awakening to self-expression, this mass awakening to forgiveness, this mass awakening to literally radical forgiveness. And what does radical forgiveness mean? It does not mean, what radical forgiveness does not mean first is, it does not mean that what happened was right. In fact, if you need to forgive something, I guarantee it was bad or wrong. What radical forgiveness means is you're no longer going to let it poison the inside of you anymore. You're going to move on, and you're going to allow yourself to be protected, instead of by remembering, instead of by reliving, instead of by having the trauma response. You're going to allow yourself to move on past it and actually thrive despite it and because of it. What you've learned and how you're going to be it is no longer going to have any power over you. The same can be said for radical acceptance. Radical acceptance is saying, this is how it is. It is what it is. And radical forgiveness is saying, I will no longer allow something that was horrible to define me. And I will no longer allow it to lower my frequency. So important, so potent, and so almost tangible. And it's so interesting because it isn't a tangible. It's really more of a concept. But when you make that internal shift, it will literally change everything. And the real request for this time is to get so aligned with clarity on what you desire that you can no longer be comfortable not doing it. Because we've waited, we've spun our wheels, we've been in limbo for quite some time. And the time is now. Now is the time. Right here, right now. There's no longer any wait. It's now. And you might be a little bit terrified because that makes it all speed up. It may make it all speed up. And the truth is, it is speeding up. If you actually look at science, our perception of time, when we look at quantum physics, first, time is not linear. Linear time is what we are experiencing it through. And the answer is, science is showing that when we say, oh, it feels like time has sped up, it actually is true. The quantum loop of how the Schumann resonance is working has us going from something that was once 7.8% to 12%. That's the heartbeat of the earth. It is that much faster. So our perceived time is speeding up. So it almost feels like we have less time per day. And it also feels like we're getting more done in a short amount of time. And that is true. We have raised our frequency as a human consciousness, as a planet, to the point where time, as we understand it, has sped up, both scientifically and emotionally. That being said, that's ascension. That is the fact that our soul is evolving. Our soul is moving to experience things at a higher frequency, at a pace that is really asking you to just skyrocket. Now, the trick to it is to allow yourself to rest more and be in flow more and breathe more and do your basics like drink water, meditate, and that way your nervous system can calibrate. And this is an actual thing. Your nervous system, as we are moving through this time-space continuum, is going to be in a little bit of shock. And as we're in this shock, we can recalibrate and realign. And what we're actually trying to do is get coherent in the field. So our body has a field. And what we're trying to do here is breathe and ease and meditate our way into alignment with our field and our nervous system so that we can experience more joy, more pleasure, more relaxed state, more alignment, more cohesiveness, and more importantly, just that sense of peace and love that we're here to experience, that sense of love and oneness. So I just want each of you to feel that sense of oneness right now. Just take that oneness into your field. Imagine that you have a field that is all the way around you, like a donut. It comes up through your spine, through your tailbone, goes out, and around you. So it's kind of like butterfly wings coming up and coming back down and around. So that's your coherent field. And it's centered at your heart. It is centered right in your heart. And the importance is to come from the heart to the brain emotionally. So bringing the energy up from the tailbone up through your heart, through your mind's eye, bringing it up above you and imagining that it's surrounding you, because it already is, and you are the center of your universe. And I want you to just close your eyes and imagine allowing anything that is tying you down, weighing you down, or bringing you down, including your own negative emotions, to be released, to be allowed out of your field, to be set aside and come into a moment of, I forgive myself, I accept myself, and I love myself. I am in the energy of love. I am in the energy of coherence. I am in the energy of pure peace. And exhale anything that is no longer part of that paradigm. So understand that we're in a paradox of there is always bad to be found in the good, and there's always good to be found in the bad. And what we really want to be is in balance and in coherence. So it is commanded to teach your cells, your brain, your body to be in activated coherence, that you're aware of your heart-brain connection, that you're aware of your field, and that you're aware of the deepness of allowing yourself to be in acceptance, forgiveness, remembrance, allowance, in receiving, and in the codes of ascension. Through every cell of your body, into your DNA, into your field all around you, that you're activated, accepted, loved, and filled with that peace through every essence of your being, your divine self. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It is done, it is done, it is done. And so it is, and so it shall be. I really feel that for the collective. Now, anybody that you can think of that you need to send love to, just imagine sending them love right now. Maybe there's somebody that's sick. Maybe there's somebody who's having a bad day. Just imagine sending them that love from our group coherent field. And so thank you, thank you, thank you. It is done, it is done, it is done. Yeah, so next week should be able to give you the big announcement of some of the things we've got going on behind the scenes. If you want to get on the mailing list, the website is magicalmichelle.com. And so if you want to be on the mailing list, if you want to talk to me about going to Egypt, now is the time. That's the perfect time. And I just noticed that ticket prices to Egypt just got less expensive like this week, just since Labor Day. So if you're interested in that, let me know. And like I said, I've got 6 magic boxes left, and we'll be doing the Practical Magic series on Monday nights in October. And I love you. And I'll see you next week.